Alright, welcome to Monolithic Prepper. I am the Monolithic Prepper, and thank you so much for tuning in. This is actually my first episode in a series of... well, I don't know what to title it yet. I'll think of it while I'm in the middle of recording and while I'm uploading. So, by the time this is out, I've already come up with it. Anyway, welcome to Monolithic Prepper. I am your host of Monolithic Prepper, because I am Monolithic Prepper, Ethan Klein, signing on. Now, you can already see on the screen the history of survivalism, and the reason I have selected on Wikipedia this particular part, because I know survivalism, the history of survivalism can date back to the beginning of time, when Cain killed Abel, but not the point. The point is, we're going to go to the latest times of survivalism. And this is the first part of a series that I'm trying to do to get everybody into what survivalism is and the history, what you can do to survive, and what is the basics of being a survivalist. Now, there are different types of survivalism. For me, I'm a prepper. I'm not necessarily a off-the-grid type person. I do live on the grid, that's why I'm using my computer right now. But at the same time, I don't even know how well you guys can hear me. I should probably put the mic over here. Anyway, I don't know if you guys really care or not, but we're going to get into it. And I really hope you guys enjoy this, because this is a new thing for me. I mean, I've been a prepper for years, but I've never really had a prepper channel. I have uploaded prepper things before on my other channels, but those kind of failed. I didn't want to deal with those anymore, so anyway, that's the basis. Now, there will be an episode sometime in the future where I do an analogy on determining who is a prepper and who is a marauder, or the identification process of that. And I'm going to give you a heads up now, my artistic level sucks, so all you're going to see are stickmen and crappy drawings. So anyway, let's get started. We're going to go on to the basis of survivalism and prepping, and what it is, why you should do it, and we're going to get into the history. Alright, so basically what prepping is if you're a prepper, you are preparing for a very serious shutdown of something. Now in this case, if you're a minor prepper, you're one of those preppers who prep for local disasters, maybe tornado, hurricane, something like that, depending on where you live. I live in Georgia, so I do have a coastline spot right in the bottom right corner of Georgia where I do get hit by hurricanes quite often. It's not necessarily a huge problem for me. I usually have to deal with heat. That's usually the problem I deal with. And overall, this year has kind of been PMSing a bit due to winter being hot as crap, and then spring comes in and then it's just freezing. I don't understand that. Anyway, we're gonna continue here. So anyway, that's the minor prepper. The medium type prepper is someone who's interested in nationwide type prepping. Now, if there was an economic collapse in, say, America, I'm a medium-sized prepper. I'm not a minimal prepper or a major prepper. I'm just a medium prepper. Now, medium preppers can defer, I think is the word I should be using. They can be separated in classes for medium preppers between one class and another class. One class being the one that just wants to travel during a downgrade situation, and the second class, like me, who wants to bug into a base or a bunker. Now, I have mentally thought about the process of psychological problems that will be held within my idea of building a bunker or an entire civilization inside of a facility. I had thought about that a lot, and if you guys want to know the psychosis of, or most of the psychology behind building a bunker and living in it your entire life, I'll put a link in the description below to check out Canadian Prepper's video on psychology and bunkers. which I do recommend you guys check out his channel. It's a really good channel, and I will put a link to that video in the description below. Now on to the Major Prepper. The Major Prepper gets huge farmland or giant facilities, like I don't know, maybe a broken down warehouse, or maybe an ironing facility. And by ironing facility, we have a facility literally just down the road here that's literally it's walking distance. A massive facility that's been abandoned for God knows how long. Now, if somebody were to buy that, they would be considered a Major Prepper if they were setting that up as their bug-in area. Now, they also have giant vehicles. Me, however, I not only cannot drive legally at the moment, but that being said, I just don't prefer to have a bug-out vehicle. I mean, that's not really something I'm interested in. Now that we've got the classifications down in a somewhat logical manner, we're going to get into survivalism. Survivalism is basically your will to survive in a post-disaster situation. I don't know how well that would work out in many cases, but some people just don't come back from it.